Hi everyone, I'm Yuki from Kintone Asia Sales Team. Thank you for watching this video. Every month we release a new video on Kintone product updates. Today, I'm going to talk about Kintone product updates of December with Peso-san, a Kintone business product manager. Hi Peso-san. Can
Hi,
you hear me?
Yuki. Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. I heard that you have a very weak network right now.
Yes, sorry, my internet is not working well.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I can take over.
thank you. And the end of the year is just around the corner. So how was 2020?
Well, this year I became a business product manager, so I learned so much things and I got many people's help. So I want to provide that in the next Kintone plan for Japan.
Oh, great.
How about you?
So I joined Kintone Asia sales team this year, so I also had a lot of things to learn and I enjoyed it. But unfortunately, I couldn't visit any country due to the pandemic. So yeah, next year I want to visit other countries.
Yeah, I hope you can.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started. Here are the main updates in December, and Peso-san will release contains function this month.
Yes.
Okay, so let's take a look at each update.
Mhm.
And at the beginning of this year, if function became available, and now we can use the contain function to search checkbox and multi-select fields. So Peso-san, can you explain?
Yeah, sure.
Details?
So, as you said, if function was released this year, right? But there was a limitation against the field that the if function can use. So, Yuki, can you say what field was limited to be used?
The checkbox,
Mhm.
multi-select fields.
Yes, exactly. The one.
Yeah, it's on the
yeah.
screen.
So the reason why we couldn't use these fields in the if function was that because both fields can choose the multiple values. For example, you can see that do you have any food allergies like eggs or fish and milk and something. So you can choose many values, right? So
Yeah.
it's very hard when you compare something that have the multiple value. If function itself cannot handle that. So that's why we provided this contains function. So we don't use this function alone. We use it as the set with the if function. If you want to use this contains function, you'll put the field code and the value that you want to compare. And if that value was contained in that option, the contains function will return the value true. So you can put that inside the if function to handle if that value is inside. So in this formula below, you can see that that contains allergies eggs or contains allergies milk. So that means if there is an egg or a milk is included in here, we will put a value to the text field that says allergies-free foods needed.
Oh, I see. So this update makes up for what we couldn't do with if function.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
it's not like we will provide more function. We don't want to do that much because that will make you like so long function in Kintone and you don't understand and other people don't understand when you see that field. So this contains function is it's out of expansion because we wanted the if function to be used and there was a lack of the field that if functions cannot do. That's why we provided contains function.
I see. So I think there are many cases contains function can be used. For example, if one of the checkboxes is checked, so the customers will get a discount or like that.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So let's move on to the next. And this one is also regarding to contains function. So the contains function is also available to search a row in a table. So can you explain it?
Yes, this was a very lucky one.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so I told you that contains function can see if one value is included in a multiple selection, right?
Yeah.
So we think that, wait a minute, Also, the table row is mapped in one field, but they all have a different value, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same with the multi-select or the checkboxes.
Oh, I
The
see.
the data format in the background was the same. So we found out that this contains function can be also used in the table row. So in this example, you can see that you will put the status of each values, and if there's one value that says out of stock, that means you have to do something about it. So even if there's one value that says this is out of stock, you can now use the if function and understand that there's some product that needs to be handled.
Oh, I see. So now there are more things we can do without customization. So I
Yes.
think a contains function expands the usage of Kintone.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you. So please move on to the next.
Mhm.
So we added a new option to show the display names instead of login names in CSV format. So what is this about?
I think you can explain this.
So when we export CSV files, so we will see we will see login names instead of user display names, but we couldn't know whose login names they were, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the pain point that Kintone had. So usually we have a user code and display name. The reason why is that when we log in or do something, that all the data will be connected to the user code. So that user code must be unique, but username sometimes maybe have the same person as the name. So we always use the user code. So when we export the data by CSV file, all the person's name was in the user code. And as Yuki said, we cannot define who is this. Like, for example, in this example, it says T000515. Who is it? And the department G002. Who the heck is this person? So that's why we put settings that in here you can choose to export the data not only by the login name, but also the display names. So now you can easily see that, oh, this is Tom Williams, and he is in the system consulting. And even though if you want to make a graph or chart in Excel, it's very easy to define, oh, this person is doing well, this person is handling too much task, or something like that.
Oh, I see. So an administrator has an access to user information, so he or she can check against login names. It takes time.
Yeah.
And other users even don't have access to user information, so they couldn't know whose login names they were. But now, we can see display names in CSV files, so it got easier to organize data.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on to the next. Okay. Oh, and I think it is related to last month's update. So we enhanced capability of administrator nodes. So please explain it.
Yes. So we added the function that you can take notes in the app that is only shown to the app administrator, so the user cannot see. But the last month we didn't. I'm sorry, my tongues are not rolling well. When we make an app template, this function was not included. So this month we added a function that when you make an app template, you can decide if you want to put that notes into the app template so that you can share the app with the memo that you took or the notes that you took. Of course, you can choose you don't wanna, then this notes will be deleted, and when you share it, the person who received that app cannot see what was written in that notes.
Oh, I see. And I think it is user-friendly that administrators can choose whether they show administrator notes or not, because sometimes they don't want to show all unnecessary information to other users, right?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes like file sharing, when you share some like Word documents or PowerPoint, sometimes you see some information, right? Like when they copy the templates of many places, you sometimes find out some hidden title or the person's author name, like that. We don't want that. So that's why we provide this.
Okay, great. Okay, so please go to the next slide. And we simplify procedure for performing lookup. What is this about?
Yeah, so in the mobile, we of course can use the lookup function. And so when this time, let's see, so we go to leads and sales, and I think this person wanted to look up the company, right?
Yeah.
So he type in the company name and press lookup, and then this dialogues come out. Data lookup succeeded. But we think that do we need this? Like, because we can only choose close, right?
Yeah.
You cannot do cancel or anything. Like, what is this for? And if you have that, you have to press auto time close and then go back to Kintone, look up, dialogues comes again and close, and we have to do that again and again. Yeah. So, of course, we have to share if the lookup has succeeded or not. So we changed it. So that's the after picture. In the right side, if you look up, you will now no longer receive a dialogue. You can just see the message that says successfully retrieved the data.
Oh, I see. So as you explained, so there was no choice other than clicking close.
Yeah.
But every time we performed a lookup, the dialog box used to show up. But now, so we simplified procedures so we can save a little time.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you. So let's move on to the last one. Oh, and I think it is also the same as last month's update. Yes, now users can open search result in a new tab or window. So do you have any comment on this?
Not really. It's a really small one, but I think the person who are very used to the computers I think they are very willing to have this. Most of the place, of course, Kintone, you can like center click or right click and then choose the open link, a new tab. You can do it whatever you want to make the link to be opened in a different tab. So that means you can, compare it, easy to go back. But there was a few places that Kintone cannot open in a new tab. So that's the one place was this search result. And I think there are cases you want to open in new tabs. For example, in here, the person is searching, I think, prospects or product. I don't know. But after that, there might be some apps that have the same name, like product company or product sales or product, anything that has product. And the person don't understand which app are we using it. And then in that case, you want to open these three apps by clicking go to next tab, go to new tab, so that you can go back. So I think this will be a great future for the person who struggled about that.
I see. So now we can open search results in a new tab, so it got easier to go back to the previous page or compare the page. Yeah, and it got useful.
And it has no effect to the previous user who doesn't open to the new tab. It's just an additional function. So.
Okay, so thank you. So I think this is the end of today's video. And to our partners, so if you have any question, please feel free to contact us on Kintone. And to our customers, so if you have an interest in Kintone, please contact our partner in your country. And it's a little bit early, but have a happy new year and see you next month. So bye.
Oh, I have one news.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I think this will be my last video for the English YouTube update.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for next year. Why? Well, usually I'm a business product manager of Japan, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, yes. And we have a newcomer who can take over me and do more fluent English, more good, more better than me. Yeah. So I think this will be last video, and that next person will take over and will be in this video in January, I think.
Okay, so I'm sad that this will be your last video, but I'm so excited to see the newcomer. Yeah. Okay, so see you next month.
Yeah, next month and next year.
Next year, okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.